Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Land Plays Spelunky 2. Wasn't our finest performance in the previous episode, but you know what? We had fun. And we really had a lot of shenanigans with the ghost pot. Check this out. This is what I'm about to call a pro Spelunky move. We want the gold and the ruby. We don't want to spend the rope. We just need a single spider. I can't believe it worked. I can't believe it worked. Okay. That's Spelunky, baby. Spelunky is one of the best designed games in forever, in my opinion. I don't necessarily mean of all time, not because I disagree, but because I'd like to take some more time to think about it before committing to such a grandiose statement. But I really do think it's one of the best designed games in forever because of the fact that dying is so much fun. And I've been like, well, you know, it's still frustrating, but I've been, sometimes, usually it's your own fault. I've been going through this in Isaac lately, where like, it's not that dying in Isaac makes you salty. It's that you have to get a run so bad that you get salty in Isaac in order to have a chance to die. So it has like the exact well, no, it doesn't have the inverted problem with Spelunky, because Spelunky's fun when you're winning too, but it has a design problem that Spelunky 2 has honestly solved. Now, whether you consider it a problem or not is a matter of personal taste, I suppose, but I do. I definitely do. Let's go. Let's go. I think, honestly, I think this game could be one of the more influential games from like a design influence standpoint. I hope, if that makes sense. I'm talking a lot of things I don't understand. All I mean by this is like, it's kind of amazing because Spelunky 1 was like very influential in terms of game design, not just on a base level of like, oh, you know, it's a roguelite and roguelites are popular now, but on the level more of like, you know, literally some of the items from this game were ripped out and put into other games because it's such an influence on the game developers. But I'll just say it, this is a little stinky, but I think we can still make it work. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to drop this off. We're going to buy out your shop because this is actually an incredible shop. We're going to use one of our many newfound bombs to easily get this key. You know, life's short. Life's short. Use ropes. I noticed I didn't say life's short, shoot ropes. Speaking of which, dude, you guys been watching the new season of 90 Day Fiancé? Oh, baby. What a cast of characters. I like the 27... Okay, so like it's judgmental, okay? But I like the 27-year-old guy who, you know, he's found the love of his life. And then his mom was like, is she on any form of birth control? Apologies to the younger viewers, by the way. Don't worry about the words you're about to hear. Not swear words, but perhaps, you know, sensitive content. She said, is she on any form of birth control? And then the guy said, no, actually, she doesn't like to put harmful chemicals into her body. To which the mom said, okay, that's fine, so you're using prophylactics? And then he said, and then she said, you're not using prophylactics? And he said, yeah, like, we haven't, I guess. And then his mom said, why not? And he said, they're not as fun. Oof. I think that, you know, my comments will probably not even need to be spoken, but whether the man is right or wrong, kind of a weird conversation to be having with your mom, and I don't think that's necessarily your mom's fault. You know, she shouldn't have to have that conversation with you when you're 27 years old, in my opinion. But then also, like, later on, they show a preview of what happens later in the season. And his wife is like, baby. Sorry. I'm not laughing at the accent, I'm laughing at my accent. She says, baby, it's 2 lines. Means pregnant? Not pregnant. And I'm like, oh, sweetie, that means pregnant. Who could have possibly seen this coming? And this is all starting to remind me now. There was another preview for a show on TLC that's called Unexpected. And it's a show about, like, you know, an unexpected pregnancy, which I really think is kind of based on the interviews I've seen on the show. They really should change the name of Unexpected to be more accurate, and the most accurate title for that show should honestly be Expected. Because literally every interview, you know, they're like, so you weren't expecting to, you know, get pregnant. Were you using, like, any kind of birth control? And they're like, well, not really. And they're like, why? And then they go, yeah, so come on. That show should not be called Unexpected. That show should be called It's About Time. I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Just a bad bomb. There we go. Now we're talking. I'm not making fun of the people on the show necessarily. I'm not making fun of them for the fact that they're going through a pregnancy. I went through a pregnancy. Well, you know, my wife went through a pregnancy that I was, you know, around for. It's nothing to make fun of. It's beautiful and scary and serious and anxiety-inducing. But you also don't get to be like, how could this happen? If you didn't do anything to, you know, like, the science is out. They make... Oh, I didn't even see that tiki trap. I'm dumb and bad. Safe. Anyway, long story short. No bear trap, thank God. That was... I woke up with a joke in my head, which is that they should really change the name of the show to Expected. Whether or not you find that humorous, I do. So I'm either, you know, you're welcome or I apologize, depending on your perspective. Alright, we do have the compass. Remember those dog days of Spelunky where we thought the compass was like a necessary item to have? Things have changed, for sure. Not a bad item. Oh, he's not moving because of the tiki trap, or the spike trap. Certainly not a bad item. Oh, I thought I screwed it up. Just not an item you need anymore, specifically for the purposes of getting to the black market. It's a really good opportunity to get some extra HP, I wouldn't deny it. We may not consider it worth a try, right? We may not consider it so critical right now, but I don't know. You know, not the sharpest tool in the shed there. No! As soon as I saw we had 1 HP, I was like, we're toasted. Good comedic timing, by the way. I said not the sharpest tool in the shed, but anyway, moving on. It happens. We're in a bit of a slump in Spelunky 2. And you know what that slump was caused by? Human greed. I know I actually don't watch that much TLC. It is trash TV, and I do believe that it kind of rots your brain. That being said, it is the best thing on cable. If you still have cable, you can probably relate, especially with no sports. The only reason I ended up watching some TLC yesterday is because I ended up on baby duty for a while. You know, you're on baby duty, you're like, I can eat some ice cream, you know? I can enjoy a little junk food in the television department as well. I do talk about it a lot, though. I would say that the discussion to viewing time ratio on TLC television programs is ridiculous. Like, one 90-day episode, or one 90-minute episode of 90 Day Fiancé, you could literally talk about for, like, years. You could do your dissertation on it. There's so much... everything. It's just so much meat in every single episode. It also blows my mind that the same company well, the same network... well, no, not the same network. The same parent company does 90 Day Fiancé as does, like, all the Discovery Channel television programs. It's a very diverse network of networks. They are launching, they're launching a service called Discovery Plus. Anyway, we don't need to talk. Why am I talking about this? I'm actually gonna buy the power pack. Why? Well, we don't use it very often, so there's an element there. We immediately got a 1 HP refund for our purchase. It's good on the jungle. I think it's interesting. I don't think it's particularly strong. I think that it's, like, the worst pack, probably. That's the way I choose to see it. It took a while, remember, like, in the early days of Spelunky 2, you don't know, like, you know, this power pack, this hover pack, are these gonna be, like, next level, or are they gonna be garbage? I think that none of them are really, like, well, the telepack maybe is garbage, depending on whether you're a human being or a speedrunning alien. But I feel like none of them are really garbage. Certainly not all of them are worth a lot. I'm hopeful this gets Monty, but doesn't kill him. Yo, that was very lucky. I'm stupid, because I'm gonna have to use a rope to get up there, but it's okay. I'm trying to think, like, is there a way we can double dip on it? I don't think the answer is yes. Because we want to be able to sacrifice this guy at the altar. So the power pack, oh my god, 3 ropes? 4 ropes? The one thing I'll say about the power pack, I don't think it's a long-term solution. Okay. I think it is it's a temporary solution. We don't, I mean, we won't go to Volcana with... help. We won't go to Volcana with the power pack just because literally any, like, single ball of fire could make you explode. But then, like, we want to get out of the Volcana, or we want to get out of the power pack business by, you know, Neo-Babylon for sure. Thought it was going to trigger the ghost pot. Alright. You hear the beating of drums. Made it back, at least. Little disappointed with... well, little disappointed with that, but a little disappointed with my performances lately, for sure. I don't think it's worth, like, a super bomb for Monty, just because, like, it's less like that a super bomb is worth so much, and it's much more that, like, a super bomb is so much more likely to kill him. Okay, so we definitely, like, this is a... no one will fault us for going black market on this one. Just extremely bodied. And you know what? Missing out on a little bit of income for coming down this way instead, but we're gonna say that that is my gold. That is an is what it is situation in my world. Yo, genuine, for real Kapala chance here. The ghost pot has been... it's like that Homer Simpson quote about alcohol, right? The cause and solution of life's problems. Hello. Really clears out the area. We have skeleton keys, so we don't need to hold this, but I'm very happy to have spent a bomb to get paste. Hello, Monty. Definitely, we'll go down there. I think... you know what? I don't... this is probably the wrong way to do it for blood purposes. What did you get hit by? Let's not worry about it, okay? We're gonna spend the rope to get back there. Let's sack Monty, then we'll have the Kapala. Oh, we need 2 ropes. Do we need 2 ropes, though? Or could we do this with 1 super bomb? I think we can do this with 1 super bomb. Like that. Okay, bro, no, no! He's mad. He's okay, thank God. And I still need to use a rope after all that. I don't know, man. He was just looking at me funny. He was starting to cause problems. Okay. Nothing like having the power pack, so when you get down here, you can get access to like a single gem. Well worth it. Well worth it. All right, Kapala is unbelievably good, of course. Just to be straight up, don't really feel a need to sacrifice. Just stepping and getting some blood feels good to me. And oh, we don't get any more when we torch you, huh? I would have thought that torching you would still be worth a little blood. I mean. Okay, we have one rope, but I think there's other ropes for sale in that shop. Yeah. Bro. Okay, so what do we do? Well, I'm dumb, is like the first thing I would say. But if we buy the boots and the ropes, at least we can step on the spikes on the one side there. Without it hurting us. So we swapped up our order, you know. 50 told us, go ahead, switch your style up. If they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. It's a good life. Go ahead and take one of those, take one of these. Don't really care for the pitcher's mitt, I think, right now. I mean, if we have to buy it on the black market, that's fine, but I'm not sold on its efficacy prior to that moment. No compass yet. So we have to keep a listen. That's fine, I don't mind. Good blood. Very good blood. No moon challenge. This has me really thinking that this could be like black market central here. Gotta be a little cautious, obviously. If not, then we know we're gonna have one moon challenge on one of the two next floors, and we're gonna have a black market on the other one. I mean, we don't hear it, so I think we're good to go. Do you want the blood? Always want the blood. Okay. So if we don't see a moon challenge, then it's black market. Oh, I didn't get a child of the forest there. That's fine. We sweat that 0. So actually, now that I think about it, we're not too worried about the Child of the Forest because we're doing so well on bombs to begin with. This certainly seems like well, we're doing okay on bombs. This certainly seems like the black market is like directly below us. I was sweating it, like, do we not have the Ujat Eye? We do. The entrance must just be yeah, okay, the entrance is a little lower. This might give us a better view. Dun dunk, dun dunk, dun dunk, 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 dun dun dun. It must be up and to the left, I guess. Or down and to the right? I don't know, man. This is a weird entrance. Like, that should be the black market entrance where that lightning bug is. It should be around there. We gotta be fast, for sure. So Blink's around here. Maybe it's here? This is scary. Here? We didn't really check over here. It must be further down. Like, that's the only... Because it's not blinking, like, at all there. Okay, it's right here. I don't know. I got that pretty wrong, but we still are gonna make it. Oh, dude, I hate when the spiders get off of the web. They don't look right. All right, 64,000. So many lightning bugs, though. So we could, at this point, trade the power pack out. We have to see what's available. But trading a power pack for a cape is kind of tempting to me for sure. So on this floor, maybe ropes. On this floor, there is a jetpack. I'll tell you, no matter what, we love the climbers. We'd rather buy cape than jetpack, I think, at this point. Because we screwed up Child of the Forest, I think we definitely want a bomb box. Compass never hurts. I think I'll buy the cape. And we can't really afford too much else. 25.5? Donk, donk, donkey, 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 donk, donkey, 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 donk, donkey, 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 donkey. Sorry, I'm trying to delete it. I'm just happy we're having like a half-decent run here. No really great gem explode... That's fine. No really great gem exploding spots. I actually feel like rather than the compass, I'd rather just have a few extra bombs. Because we're missing out on, you know, the bombs from the Child of the Forest. Probably buy some ropes. And then, I don't think the spectacles are great, but they are so absurdly cheap, they make a nice little, like, extra stocking stuffer. Okay, so we kind of hate this. My hope for this, we got a couple of minutes. We wait for you to go there, and then we murder you as such, and then we leave. Okay, next floor, we need money because the moon challenge will be here. If the moon challenge is not here, I mean, I would still consider it pretty successful. Definitely do not... Okay, it's there. Definitely do not need a moon challenge in order to feel like the run has merit. Well, smart. Very smartly played. We are going to need a little bit more money to even get in there in the first place, though. And that has been a problem so far. Child of the Forest, hello.
Huh?
So that's 3 bombs. I mean, at the end of the day, if we can't actually make it into the... We should be able to locomote very easily. And disregard what I was about to say, because we now know that there is an idol right here. There you go. Okay. Okay, it was a little spooky temporarily. You gotta remember, like, Spelunky 2, not only is every run variable, the game's just hard to begin with, though. Like, it's not an easy... It's not an easy game. And, like, even the things that we... you know, take for granted at this point, like making it to and beating Olmec, like, those are pretty difficult. Like, those are not things that you can just fart out in 2 seconds without paying attention, unless you're, like, you know, again, a speedrunning alien. But then it makes you think, like, on an honest, like, question. Don't you feel like almost every task in video games is actually easier than a lot of tasks we do in our day-to-day life but don't think about? I know, like, what do I mean by that? I know, because it sounds asinine, right? You're telling me, like, you think it's easier to, like, you know, drive a car than to beat Spelunky 2? And, I mean, I kind of think the answer is yes. Like, because I got a different perspective maybe than most people, because I'm watching, you know, my daughter grow up, and she's, you know, not even 3 months old yet. And you notice, like, changes, right? Like, developmentally, you know, she'll start saying, like, multisyllabic babbles and stuff like that. You realize, like, wow, multisyllabic babbles, that's crazy. Like, she's really starting to pog up. But then you're like, well, but she doesn't even have any control over them yet. And then, like, that's still, like, a long way away from making words, which is a long way away from making sentences, which is a long way away from making sentences that make sense. So I'm really, like, the fact that this is tooting my own horn in, like, a hilarious fashion, but, like, the fact that I'm speaking to you right now and dynamically, like, at runtime, improvising sentences, not just to convey meaning, but also to, like, elicit, you know, a logical or emotional response from the people reading this. That's such, like, an advanced level of function. That, yeah, is it easier to beat Spelunky 2 than it is to talk for 40 minutes straight? unprepared? Absolutely. It took me, you know, 20 years of putting in, you know, hours of practice every day to be able to speak. Spelunky 2, I think, you know, is hard, but if you gave me 20 hours of practice, or 20 years of practice where I practice multiple hours every single day, I think we would get there with some degree of consistency. Now, just because everybody talks doesn't mean it's easier to talk than it is to play Spelunky. And just because nobody is beating Portal in under 43 seconds except for Bananasaurus Rex doesn't mean that... I mean, I'm not trying to take away from the accomplishment. I'm just saying it's an exceptional accomplishment because so few people have done it. But is it easier or harder than having a conversation? Donkey, 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 donkey. I think it's harder than having a conversation. Or easier than having a conversation. I'm being very sincere when I say that. I think we take extremely complex tasks for granted as human beings because of the fact that, you know, this is scary. Everybody's doing them. But even, like, you know, the dumbest person you know is still doing some agnostically incredible stuff on a daily basis. I guess that's my take-home message there. It's the way I'm choosing to think about it, at least. And again, because I took it for granted in me, too, you know? But now that I'm watching from zero a human being learn how to do all this stuff, I got a newfound respect for it, for sure. Okay, not yet, not yet. Again, although it's frustrating to kind of screw up the... Go. To screw up the Olmec drop like that is actually probably like a net positive. More bombs on the bottom means we save some time, usually. Where are we at this run, anyway? 27 minutes. How about that? You know... Handled well. There we go. And we'll just bomb this up. Like, you know, I don't love spending so many bombs. I'm not sweating it too much. I don't like fighting the UFO portion of Olmec. Not like from a mechanic standpoint. Like, is it fun? Yes and no. Am I good at it? No and no. That's not where I wanted that, but that's fine. That's not where I wanted that. That's where I wanted that. Okay. Huge waste of bombs. I think we can make it in. I think we can... Just come on. You're just going to do a little rappel into that doorway. We're not going to duck. We're not holding the run button. I know everybody assumes I hold the run button at all times. We were not holding the run button there. We do hold the run button, I would say 90% of the time, but probably like 98% of the time. That's a one rare exception where we say no. All right. So this is usually where we take stock of a Spelunky 2 run. Again, we're not... Like, this is a... Min-maxing the amount of gold you get right here tends to be a waste of time in my experience, just because you might get one more shot for the rest of the game. And if you do, you're almost certainly going to have enough money to begin with to make it happen. But, to buy everything, not just whatever you want, but everything that's for sale. Taking stock of the run. How do I like it? I like everything about this. I think we're slightly light on bombs. That's like my #1 concern. Everything else I'm very pleased with, quite frankly. And especially like Kapala, Cape, decent amount of bombs is where we look at this and we go, we're happy. So this should be an opportunity for us. We also have paste. Paste, of course, of critical. I mean, I don't mind getting poison here because we're about to respawn, but I wanted the crate enough, but it ended up not being worth it. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Paste is amazing. Might not necessarily be considered that valuable on anything except maybe at this point the fight against... No, because we're not even trying to kill Tiamat now that I think about it. If we gotta, we gotta. I'm not against a late stage pivot there. This is Excalibur floor. Just gotta remind myself, this is Excalibur. Lots of people wondering, NL, when you're gonna go back to the temple. Anything's possible. Well, not on this run, obviously, but in general, you know, anything's possible, but at the same time, really just think the tide pool. Like, it would be different were I Mouth, you know what I mean? Mouth, he's an expert. He's doing these weird, like, on his Spelunky 2 runs, he, like, rolls some dice. Like, he built a bot to be like, what are we gonna do on this run? And he has, like, challenges that, quite frankly, are ridiculous. You know? If you see an enemy, you have to kill them, is one of the superlatives. Hello, fish. Thank you. Like, that's the level that this guy is on, right? I'm not there. Should go maybe a little faster, but I'm not there. So when that guy, you know, if he's like, I never want to go to the temple, I would be like, yeah, shame him. He's good enough to go to the temple. For me, you know, especially when we've had a few runs recently, you could say didn't perform at our expectations. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. Camera, huh? Good one. I think that we're very much in the clear to just keep playing the game the way we want to play the game, and hope that it maybe leads to some degree of success in the future. All right, this is good. This is good. Take a caffeinate. The door is directly above us. Make sure you take Excalibur, and then this is where we really want to start generating as much HP as possible. Because in theory, we need it for the Sun Challenge. Why? I'm getting double jumps, dude, or at least they feel like double jumps, and I'm freaking out. Because, like, it's like you should only have those if you have access to Vladimir. Okay, being on 3 HP is, like, omega bad here. It's my own fault. So this is Little Secret Room. Alright, and then this is Fun Time Turtle Boss. Okay. Fair enough. So, it's not really a question of whether or not we're gonna leave this with enough HP. You could always die, like, don't get me wrong. But it's more of a question of, are we, you know, building something for the future? Are we meant to farm blood off of them? Are we building something that can help us survive the Sun Challenge? And I hate to say it, the best way for, and I did look at the clock right after I said it, just to be like, okay, if that goes horribly wrong, what do we do? But we should be able... I thought, let's bolt. Bro, I'm bad. Now I'm scared. He was really one hit away. Smiling Clay Vortex. Anyway, what I was gonna say... Oh my... is I genuinely, for really real, think that we need to go Wet Fur. The blood, dude. Especially having lost so much dumb HP on this floor. Yeah, you need the key. I think Wet Fur has some considerable importance. But we're also going to try to farm up, you know, the Locust. Get some Yeti in the process. I mean, we got other things to worry about, like, obviously we got to worry about, like, Neo Babylon. Careful, that could be a poisoned enemy. You never want to just... Okay, never mind. It turns out you exactly want to just jump in there and do whatever you want. That's safe, right? Like, I know that we look like we were about to explode. But that's safe, isn't it? Hello. Those guys have a very scarily sensitive aggro range, so like just don't cause any problems from within their area of expertise. Okay, good stuff. There is a clover here. We don't need the clover, like we should be the less time we spend on this floor, the better it is for us. Dude, we did not have a compass, so that's pretty nice. It's just, oh, we have spike shoes, so the ice is not as icy, dude. So we're up to 6 HP, is actually, like, really good. I'm just leaving. Certainly, we've made up for earlier misgivings. Just wanted you gone. We do have Monty. Is it worth dropping Excalibur for Monty? I honestly really think it is at this point. We tend not to use Excalibur too much on Neo Babylon. Just because you have to get so close to enemies, and generally speaking, I don't really like being that close to enemies down there. There's always a mech, huh? And, gotta admit, he's in a pretty dicey spot this time. Okay, just throwing this out there. You guys are jerks. Okay, okay. Oh! Get low. We're all right. All right. So that was a little spicy at the end. We used some bombs. We yeeted Monty. Life goes on. You know how floor 1 goes? That's a huge bruh right there. Because we don't want to get in the elevator just to be blown up. You know what I mean? Okay, Rock Dog, you're scaring the crap out of me. I'm just going, taking it kind of slow. Taking it kind of slow. Okay, okay, okay. Taking it kind of slow. There we go. All right. So it's clay. And I got to remember, what the heck is clay? It must be white. Clay must be white. Okay. And then it's clay. Smiling clay vortex. Clover, thank you. No crush strats. Smiling clay vortex. Why do all the clay sculptures look so humorous here? There we go. Smiling clay eyeball. Not getting crushed. Oh, I didn't even see you. I thought we died. Smiling clay onk. Smiling clay bat. Smiling clay snake. Smiling clay snake. Gaming. Humorless bat. Hello. Smiling clay vortex. I know it's like I'm quintuple checking, but you gotta check. Smiling clay vortex. By the way, it's a good time to let people know. I have heard your cries and your demands. I have now learned, if you go to the World 7, if you stand in the lady's hands for 4 seconds, you get 10 HP, or for 10 seconds, you get 4 HP. It's one of the two. No, Lamasu. No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right. Something wrong with his medulla oblongata. Yo, Kaline, let's go. Always just scary. Always scary, right? So Kaline is a dream. Because you can go as slow as you want. I hate that. We just hate UFOs. because they interact with other things. Blast them. Yo, this is mighty good. That was mighty good. Okay. Take me out. I don't know why I got the gold. Why wouldn't you, I suppose? Alright, don't screw this up. Oh my god. Good stuff, good stuff. Just hold it. And then farm this fool for blood. Why do I exist only to feel pain? Alright, you're pretty much toasted, my man. I could just... Oh, okay. You know what? I deserve that. Okay. 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 Why don't you get off in your spaceship and blast off the jobland? But that's none of my business. Alright. Very successful run. In my last episode, I said I expect that I have just got a good feeling that we're going to see a successful run today. It turned out to be right. I just did not realize that today was, it has a different meaning depending on when you call it. Okay, we have a real altar. We also, and maybe this is like, that, just to be clear, that's not the altar. Careful. That's not the altar you stand on for free, hugs. Hello, Waddler. So now, I was just gonna say, we don't know what Waddler looks like on this floor, but obviously, like, you know, now we do. Just a hole in the world. So it's you. If we stand here, we get a bunch of HP. Let's go! I genuinely didn't expect it to work. I thought I was maybe getting pranked a little, but... Okay, and then some people might say this is greedy. I say that those people have not seen the Sun Challenge. They don't know what happens moving forward from this point. So I'll take the jelly. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm actually... I know I talked about paste earlier. I'm actually very happy we have paste so we can deal with Hundun as well. Why does this scare me so much? Just don't be greedy. Just don't be greedy, okay? Just make it through. You can always go back for the bow. You don't need the bow immediately. There's 50 Gs. Okay. You got the Kapala. You don't have Vladimir. You got the Kapala, though. Just make it in. No. No, not the arrow. The arrow was doing so much damage. Let me back, let me back. Screw this, dude. How so? How so? You must be a servant of Hundun. How so? Whatever. We got the bow. Any chance we make it out of here? Skeptical. Okay, she's mad. I probably would be too, or whatever. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm dead. Alright, but you know what? We learned something. I don't know what I did. I guess placing a bomb in there screwed it up. For now, though, that was fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!